right, we got today's mail call. Now, this is going to be kind of long to explain this and what happened. All right, so as you know, I got this a couple of week and a half ago, and my cat, Phoebe, the calico one, knocked it off. I had it. Whenever I get a new figure in, I always set it next to me in my chair. I have a like a three shelf table thing that has a lamp on the top of it. And whenever I get a new figure, I want to look at it, of course. So I set it on top of there. Well, 2 days after I got this thing, Phoebe came and she wrapped her tail around it and knocked it on the floor, and it broke his little horns. Zoom in here. See, it broke the horns. And it also chipped his shoulder. And usually whenever something like that happens, you wind up having to buy another figure because most companies, especially nowadays, don't care if they don't care about the average person. However, Delta-17 absolutely cares about their customers. So, after I had bought a figure already, another one to replace this one, another Hillbilly Harper contacted me and he said, "Hey, you need to contact this team member." I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he wants me to mention his name or not. But if you dealt with Delta-17, you pretty well know who I'm talking about. But anyway, he said, "Hey, contact this person with Delta-17. He can get you some spare parts." And so I'm like, well, dang, I've already bought another figure and everything. Well, I contact him. He contacts me back and says, "Yeah, I got spare parts." And I told him what happened. I told him that my cat knocked it over, broke it. Broke it. It's not on the company. It's on me. He said, "That's okay. We got you. Well, I'll send you the spare parts." And I'm like, no, man. That's not it's not a manufacturing issue. It's something I did or something my cat did. I don't mind paying for the parts. He said, "Don't worry about it. I got you. I'll take care of you." And took care of me, he did. So I wound up buying another Shadow Dragon and their army builder. And it had already been, excuse me, it had already been processed before I can cancel my order. So he said, "Well, tell you what, how about you send me the one that you bought back and we'll just trade." And I'm like, man, that's amazing, man. That's awesome. It's like I said, this company, Delta-17, takes care of their people, takes care of their customers. So we're gonna open them up. I got 2 boxes here. One is from him and one's from Delta-17. Well, they're both from Delta-17. One is from him, the spare parts, and then another one is from like their online company. So let's open it up. Take a look at it here. Okay. Yep, here's the spare parts. Speaking of the little turkey, that's the one that knocked it over and broke it. He's got his business card in here. I'm not going to show. He does have his business card in here. I am going to keep his business card. I'm not going to show it just because I don't know if he wants me to or not. He may not have a problem with it, but just out of respect, because I haven't heard either way. So out of respect for him, I'm just going to not show it for now anyway. But he sent me the spare parts that I need. And he also sent me the figure I said I'd trade, which is Death Sparrow. And this, this is another figure I've been meaning to get. So we're going to get that one. And then I'm going to set this box to the side because I'm going to have to ship him that spare Shadow Dragon back. Because he said he would be willing to trade with me, and he went ahead and even set the figure. I was like, oh man, well, you know, you can do that after I send it to you. He said, no, I trust you. I'm like, man, that's amazing, man. That's you know, y'all are taking good care of me. And because I mean, I love Delta-17. I absolutely love it. I plan on sticking with this line. They keep making stuff. I'm going to keep buying it. So, and let's see, pull that out, set this off to the side to get it out of the way. And let's see where I can set it where I can knock everything over or fall, make a big loud noise. All right, so here's their army builder, the Delta Squad Infantry. I think this is Squad A. They have a Squad A and a Squad B. The Delta Squad A and B, so I'm not sure. But here's the backstory. And then here's all the who's what. Leonidas is my favorite character, in case anybody wants to know. But I love these figures. If I have any complaint on them, the only complaint I have is they don't sit down very well. But I'm keeping these two, and here is the extra figure that I'm going to send. You know, at first I wasn't too sure what to do with it. I was like, well, maybe I'll do it, you know, like sell it or something. I don't know. And just kind of, I was just like, well, maybe I'll sell, you know, if I didn't get the parts originally, I was just going to keep this one, and I can, like, I was going to go trade this one in or just give it to my son or something, but my son don't really care for action figures. But so anyway, I wasn't too sure what to do about it, and I kind of, you know, talking to him more and more, and he just said, that's all right, man, I got you. I'm going to take care of you. I got spare parts here. I got some spare parts here. He goes, I will help you out. And man, help me out, he did. Oopsie. I'm going to crack it too. Let's see. Yep, man, it looks good. Nice and fresh. Okay, well, let's, now these are O-ringed. They come, as far as I know, they come apart just like G.I. Joe does. Now, I know you're supposed to take this piece off, and that is a cloth goods cape. And he says to be careful with the screw on the back here because it can get stripped easy. So let's just ever so carefully take it off here. Okay. I mean, carefully. Let's see, and then let's put it over here so it doesn't get lost. Man, I can't believe that. I mean, she just wrapped her tail around it, and he just went kaplunk right on the ground and cracked that up real good. Still makes me mad thinking about it, or upset, should I say. All right, now, how do I split them apart? Let's see, maybe like that. All right, let's see. I don't want to take them completely apart if I don't have to. Let's see. Okay, let's see. All right. Pull that out. Put his new head in there. And then pull his arm. Let's see if I can pull his arm out. Here we go. Kind of hard to see where it chips, but let's see. Yep. And he fell from a good distance too. So I mean, it wasn't just like he fell over on the shelf or something. No, he fell like probably about, well, you know, you're sitting down in a chair, and it was literally right next to me. So pretty high up he fell. Sweet. All right, let's see here now. All right, now let's get his screw back in there. And like I said, he told me to be really careful. You don't put too much. He told me to be careful and don't put too much tension on their screw. Yeah. Head's a little loose. But did I do something wrong? Alright, I see now the arm's tight. I don't remember it being that loose on, but it may have been. Oh, I just pushed it more. Let me screw it in a little more. I don't think I had it all the way in. Yeah, I just didn't have it all the way in. Okay. All right, now here comes the hard part is getting his cape back on here. Oops. But yeah, that was so really cool of them. I mean, like I said, I wanted to pay for it. And he was like, no, man, we got you. And I'm like, oh, let me pay for it. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't something that y'all did. It was something my cat did, you know? But he was like, no, that's okay. I got you. I'm going to take care of you. Don't break this one now, you little turkey. All right, let's see. Let me get him to hold his gun again. And like I said, what's cool about this line is that they can actually hold all their weapons, so there's nothing loose on the shelf. Now, yes, I could put everything. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, man, he looks good again. Okay, I guess I'll just toss these. Like I said, I could put all their parts and stuff in a little bag and put it in a storage bin, but, you know, that drives me crazy too, because then I have to go through and look where their spare parts are. I have to go through and I have to look for their spare parts, and then it's, you know, I'm like, well, where's the spare part? You know, what about this guy's gun? You know, I gotta find out where this guy's gun is. And then I gotta, you know, have a storage bin nearby to where where it has all their names and everything, what all their parts are. And I'd rather just complain about it than do anything about it. Let's just put it that way. Just, you know, some people are like, well, why don't you just do this? I'm like, well, just let me complain about it. Or let me just vent my frustrations about having too many spare parts laying around. Alright, I'm gonna put this back in here because I promised I'm gonna send this back. I'll probably ship it out Tuesday when I'm off. And like I said, he gave me his business card here. I'm gonna send this video to him, and he might put his credentials down in the description. So I'll let him do it. Again, out of respect for him, because I didn't get his permission to mention his name on here. So out of respect for him, and he's a really cool guy. He probably wouldn't mind, but I'd rather just be respectful to him and just not for now anyway. Like I said, he can put his credentials down in the comments if you'd like. But yeah, this is an amazing line. So, man, I got all kinds of glue on here. But this is an amazing line with amazing customer service. And I mean, like I said, they didn't have to give me a free head sculpt and a free head replacement, a free arm replacement. I mean, he didn't have to do that. Like they didn't have to do that. And most companies wouldn't, you know. And I didn't mind paying a little bit for it because, again, that's on me, you know. It's nothing the company did. That's my fault because the cat knocked it over, you know. So But he would not take any kind of payment or anything. I was like, well, at least let me pay for shipping. And he was just like, no, that's okay. I got you. I'm like, come on, man. Let me, I feel like I got to do something for you. I mean, I appreciate. He just told me not to worry about it. I'm like, all right, well, I appreciate it, man. That's amazing that a company would do that. That's absolutely amazing. A company would do that. Like I don't think Hasbro would do that. Actually, I know Hasbro probably wouldn't do that. All right, let's get you out of here now. Let's see. And I always do like they come with extra, like a little extra overlay on these, so their stuff ain't flopping around inside the packages, Oh, come on. I shouldn't have put my knife up yet. Yep, I shouldn't have put my knife up yet because there's too much tape. That's okay. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying I shouldn't have put my knife up yet. There we go. There we go. Yeah. I kind of already had that one up, so it's okay. I've been meaning to get these are their army builders. And I got the tan version at Joe Fest 25. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, these figures look great. They do. These figures look fantastic. Left and right head movement. They got the swivel arm, and they swivel at the hands too. See, they swivel at the hands too. And then they got the knee joints. Like I said, if I had any complaints on this line, the only real complaints that I would have is that they don't sit down very well. I mean, that's kind of the only, like, as far as they'll go. That's really the only complaints I have about this line, is that they can't sit down very well. But they don't have any vehicles yet, and there are some coming down the line. Again, this is a company that's kind of starting out, and they're still trying to figure things out, but these figures look fantastic. They feel fantastic. They look fantastic. They feel fantastic. They do. They really do. They look and feel fantastic. Like I said, they got the brown version at Joe Fest. It was a 2-pack with the Retrograds one, which is where is he? That one, the Thunder Battalion. They had him, and they had one of these each packaged in one, but in a tan instead of green. I'm pretty sure I already showed that, but I will show it again. There's the back. They do have one comic book, and I am so ready for the next comic to come out. But let's dump everything out and take a look at it. All right, now they have these gas masks that you can put back here if you don't want them to wear it. It goes right in there. It's a little tricky to get it back to come back out, but I guess not too bad then. But yeah, if you want them to wear it, you can. I got my tan one wearing it. I'm not going to make this one wear it, so you can put it right there in the back of their backpack. Nice storage space. Nice idea for it too. All right, and then you got 2 of these missiles that can pay into their backpack. I don't think it matters which way it goes, but I like it with the tips facing upwards. Fits on there. That fits right here. Come on. And so far, every figure that I've gotten have been able to hold all their has been able to hold on to all their parts. I see that goes in there. Let's see here. I guess that would go in here. Let's see. Yeah, just if you hold them upside down, it'll fall out. But at least, like I said, when it's sitting on a shelf, it's gonna be sitting like that. So, but yes, they can, just like the rest of them, he can hold all his accessories. And that's one thing I absolutely love about this line is they can hold everything. I absolutely love that they can hold everything. And then let's see, I'm pretty sure you can do like that. They can hold. He can dual hand his weapon here. Let's see. It's got to kind of work it. You have to kind of work it in there a little bit. Let's see. And on these, I don't really feel like you don't really feel like you're gonna break their hands, break their thumbs like you would on the G.I. Joes. Let's see. Let's try it this way first. Sometimes you just kind of have to work it in, work it through there when they're. Let's see. You know. Huh. Yeah, it may not be able to go in his hand all the way, but just enough, which is fine. It's a G36C, and these guns are awesome. I wish I had one. There we go. That's as good as it's going to get. And they always, as I said, each one of them comes with their own little Delta-17 stand. Now, I do wish they had their names on the stands. That's another thing I wish that they would do, is that they put their name on the stand so you know who you're looking at. However, it's not a deal breaker that it doesn't. Let's put that here, and then put that over there. Slide you over there, and then let's open Death Sparrow. But yeah, that was really cool of him to send this already. Like I told him, I said, it'd probably be a few days because I work. Those of you, if you ever watch my channel or see me in any kind of chats, know I work all the time. And my shifts are usually 9 to 9, or they're either 9 to 9 or 8 to 8. Like I work a lot. And a lot of times, like during live streams or when people come on and streams and stuff like that, I'm at work, so I'm like, well, I'll come in and say hey to everybody, but I can't stay because I'm stuck at work. All right, hey Turkey, don't knock these over and break them now, okay? Yeah, I'm a little irritated. I'm not mad at you. I'm irritated at you. Get out of my face! Come on, get down. I don't want you in my face right now. I know you want attention. But there's her card art. And I keep everything. I keep these card backs. I don't cut. You can cut these out, but I don't. I like keeping the artwork and stuff. But anyway, here is. Let me see if I can't. See, get my other camera to zoom in there. There we go. Try to hold it still so y'all can pause. But yeah, this is really cool. Let's put that over there to get it out of the way. And then do the same thing here. Oh, first I gotta take that overlay off. I forgot that was there. Oh, this one ain't taped in. Okay, let's close this knife so I don't cut myself by accident, which I'm prone to do. And then she looks really good. She looks really, really good. Nice detail on the vest, on the shirts, the wrinkles. Again, same thing, swivel arm, and then hand movement. Let's see. There's the retrograde. I think they call that a retrograde. I'm busy right now. I know you want to play, but I'm busy. I'm busy. All right, let's see. There's her stand. And let's check out her accessories. I figured she'd come with a knife. Looks like there's a, don't knock him over and break him again. I just got him fixed. Looks like it's one of those old German grenades that you toss. It's nice detail on the backpack there. Zoom in here. Yeah, it looks really good. And that's a really nice gun. I'm not sure. Well, it might even tell you on the back here. Let's see. Sometimes it tells you. Sometimes, let's see. No, it doesn't say on the back there. See, on this one, it kind of tells you what it is. But on hers, it doesn't. So that's. I'm not sure if I can't remember if I'm pretty sure I did that already, but there it is again. I'm not sure what gun that is. It's probably an AK-47 with a drum round in it. I'm not a gun expert, and I will never claim to be. Let's see. She can sit a little bit better. Yeah, she can sit a little better. Yeah. Now, like I said, they do have some vehicles coming out. I don't know when, but they're coming out. And so I'll recommend checking them out. Let's see. All right, that looks good. Let's see here. Let me zoom out here. There we go. Let's see here. Oop. Okay, let's see. Can I? Yeah, I'll put it like that. I didn't do it right. No. I'll pose her some more later. Sweet. Man, yeah, they look. No, these are separate factions. He's let's see, I forget the name of his faction. Quit. She's getting mad at me because I'm not paying attention to her. I forget their name. I forget the name of that faction, but there's 3 different factions. You got the Delta-17 faction, you got their faction, and then you got the Retrograde faction. If I look at the other guy, I think I already put him up, but if I pull his figure back out, I can tell you exactly what his faction is. Let's see. Dark Shadows, yeah. Yeah, Dark Shadows, that's it. Dark Shadows, Retrograde, and then Delta-17. And it's, like I said, they have one comic out right now, and it's a really good read. I definitely recommend checking it out. Check it out one time, won't you? But anyway, so yep. Finally, I'm glad to get him fixed. And again, shout out to Delta-17 for I mean, they, like I said, they didn't have to send me a whole new head sculpt and arm and to fix what that cat did. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and that is excellent customer service. I mean, that is excellent customer service. And so yeah, like it's such good customer service. I can't I can't thank him enough for that. That's what I'm trying to think of. I'm getting distracted. I'm looking at how cool these figures look. But yeah, I just can't thank him enough. I mean, again, it's something my cat did. You know, it's not like a factory defect or anything wrong on their part. It's on my end. On my cat, she just wrapped her tail around it, hooked it, and then knocked it right off the shelf. And he landed just like that, and he went boom like that on my hard floor. And so, unfortunately. And so unfortunately he was it just broke his antenna. And so I always tell everybody, you know, if you're going to get these figures, if you're going to get this figure that is a weak point, I'm going to go ahead and call it a weak point. But I mean, that's normal. It's look how thin that is. So just don't let your cats knock it off the shelf. Because that can break. And but the sorters didn't break. Nothing else broke on it. The arm got a little chipped. Again, I don't know if that was factory defect or if I didn't notice it until after the cat knocked it over. So I'm pretty sure that's something, because it's a hardwood floor that it fell on. So I'm pretty sure that happened there. So, but again, they didn't have to send me anything free of charge. Like, they didn't have to. That was like, I was expecting to pay like maybe $5-10. So that's why I bought another figure, because I was like, oh, they're not going to send me any parts. I'm just going to have to buy a whole new figure. And I went ahead and did it. And Hillbilly Harper said, hey, man, just contact this guy and he'll send you some parts. He'll send you the parts you need. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh, all right. But like I said, by the time I had contacted them, I had already placed the order and it had already processed, and it wouldn't let me return. It wouldn't let me do a refund on it or cancel my order. It was already too late to cancel my order, which is fine. I wound up, because I definitely needed some army builders, and I've been wanting to get her for a while. So I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Again, here's their website. It's Delta-17 Toys. You can also go to 5x5 Toys, and it's on there too. But I always get it from Delta17toys.com. That's where I get everything from. And I definitely recommend getting them. You know, there's not a whole lot of them out right now, and it's easy to have the whole collection pretty quickly. I mean, because I literally just need 2 more figures and I'll have the whole set. I need to get Delta B, and I need to get 3, because I need a regular Thunder Battalion. And then I gotta get Jaguar. So yeah, I need like 3 left. Now I do have a Thunder Battalion, but I got the tan version, not the regular green version, because the Thunder Battalion came in that same green color, and it's awesome. But yeah, I love how all these have they can hold all their weapons, and you don't have just loose stuff on the shelf. Now the Thunder Battalion has an extra like hood that goes over the face. There's one that has a visor in it, and there's one that's open. That's loose. And then Rooster comes with an extra antenna. He comes with an extra antenna, and that's loose. But again, I don't mind it coming with an extra part, just in case the antenna breaks, you have another one. So hopefully I never break it. It's sitting on a shelf out in the Joe room, and the cats can't get to it, especially this little turkey right here. that's getting jealous because I'm not paying her any attention. And she's bound and determined to knock that thing over. But anyway, this is it. I did in my last video I posted. I did have Captain Gridiron, and I figured out the hole in the football is for his fingers to slap into, and he holds it so that Captain Gridiron is complete. And but I've been trying to think of what a good battle cry for Delta-17 would be. I can't think of anything right now. You know, at first there for a while I was saying like maybe like on target or ow cat. Sorry, she just scratched the stew out of my leg. I said she wants attention. When she wants attention, she's gonna get it. Dadgummit. That's that calico cat energy, almost like orange cat energy. Nuh-uh, don't knock him over. You're gonna break him. I know you're gonna try. You're trying to break him again. I know you are. But anyway, I was trying to think of I don't know, you know, like Delta-17 or Go Delta maybe, or Yo Delta, but that's too much like Yo Joe, or Go 17, or I don't know what to I don't know what to think as a good battle cry for Delta-17. So I want to keep coming up with it. Maybe they'll actually come up with something. As I didn't see anything in the comics unless I just overlooked it or can't remember it. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, I don't, you know, correct me, or if you have any good ideas, leave them in the comments. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody. Let me get this cat some attention because she's driving me crazy right now. See, knocking everything over, trying to break stuff because she's mad at me not giving her any attention. So anyway, everybody have a good day. Take care. Have fun. Yep. Mimi and Phoebe, say bye. And be safe. Oh, yeah, and always, I forgot to give the shout-outs. Check out Podcast from the Pit, Wreck Ship 85, Triple D's Dungeon, What's on Joe Mod, G.I. Jetman, 3-Star Draw. Not on here is Kiwi Custom. Yeah, check out One End Toys. Let's see, everybody on that board, check them out if you want to. If not, I'm not your dad, you don't have to. And but check out Kiwi Customs and Frostbite's G.I. Joe Repro. I should be getting one of his stickers in, hopefully soon. And Frostbite's G.I. Joe Repro, Kiwi Custom, Shark Eye Toy Review, and check out Sparkster 1701 for really cool Legos and Transformers reviews. And if I forget anybody, I'm sorry. I can't. My memory's not. You know, this cat flapping me in the face right now because she wants attention. So I can't really think of anybody. So anyway, if I missed you, no hard feelings. And again, if you're willing to give me a sticker, I'm willing to pay for them if I have to. I don't mind. I definitely want more and more stickers. I want to get as many stickers as I can for the board that she's going to knock over. And everybody have a good day. Take care. Be safe.